Hi guys, welcome to another video. Is it really bad that I don't want a look for less bag? Is it really bad that I don't gravitate to the mid-tier type of contemporary bags? Is it really bad that I really do like Hermes and Chanel and Louis Vuitton and Dior and Fendi and Goyard and all of the other ones? Should I be cutting my collection back? Should I be looking at the more affordable brands? Should I be looking at the more contemporary brands? Is it bad that I just want what I want? Let's get going. The last 4 bags that I have bought have been an Hermes bag, a Goyard bag, another Hermes bag and a Chanel bag. Now granted, not all 4 were new from store. There is one in there that was pre-loved. But if you look at my collection and you look at the bags that I have been buying more recently, I've gone back to loving Hermes. I've gone back to appreciating and sort of loving Chanel. And Goyard, again, another amazing brand. So I was just thinking, I've seen a lot of videos recently where people have been talking about cutting back collections. We've talked about it so many times, and a lot of people have gone on to buy more contemporary brands or more affordable brands. I am fully aware, guys, of what is happening in the world. I'm fully aware that the economy isn't where we would all love it to be. People are finding things really tough, and I completely get that. I am not saying that anybody should be buying anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about my own experience. There are lots and lots of videos out there talking about changing their bag collections and maybe looking at more affordable brands or more contemporary brands or some vintage finds or some pre-love finds. And I just thought, is it really bad that I still love Hermes bags? Well, of course it isn't, is it? It is not bad. It is up to us, whatever we love. So for me, I would rather sell a few bags, save up some money and buy something that I really love from, and it can be any brand, it can be anything from anywhere. I could buy a Mulberry bag, I could buy a Coach bag, I could buy a high street, anything. And whatever I choose is whatever I choose, and that is the top and bottom of it. If I want to save all my money and I want to go to Hermes and splash out on an amazing bag, then surely that is just my choice. So I honestly do not think there are any rules. I think anybody can do anything. So if you prefer to buy, and we've been talking about this quite a lot recently, where for a certain amount of money you could buy probably 1 Hermes bag, or you could maybe buy 2 Louis Vuitton bags, or maybe 3 depending on which ones they are. Maybe you could buy 1.5 Chanel bags. You could probably buy 2 Bottega bags. You could probably buy 10 Coach bags. So when you actually look at it all, maybe not 10, maybe 5 or 6, I don't know. But when you look at it all, at the end of the day, it's all choices. If you have some spare funds that you would like to spend on something for yourself or for somebody else, how do you choose how to spend that money? Is it the right thing to buy that one amazing piece that hopefully will keep its value if that is important to you, or it's very special, it's your one and only pride and joy? Or would you prefer to have 2 other really amazing bags, but you've got 2 for the price of 1? Or would you rather go somewhere a little bit more contemporary where you will get 5 or 6 bags for the same amount? Or go to the high street and absolutely have a whale of a time and buy lots of things? And I think at the end of the day, again, it comes down to choice. Some people love to buy, they like volume, they like to buy a lot of things. Some people like to have that one piece, wear it all the time, love it to death. Neither is right and neither is wrong. I'm just going to show you the last 4 bags that I have bought because there's a little bit of a similarity in them. So let's rewind. So the first bag, if you like, out of the 4, just just knock something over there, is the Goyard. So I bought this when I was in Paris, and this was my first purchase. On the first day in Paris, I was supposed to be looking around and deciding before I purchased anything, but the minute I got my hands on this one, I just thought, well, I'm definitely buying it. And you have to queue up at Goyard, although we didn't have to. But anyway, generally you think you might have to. So I just thought there's no point wasting time. I'm just going to buy it. And I have zero regrets on this because I've used it loads. It's got my things in it right now because I'm using it. I use this such a lot. I can't even tell you. It's just easy, over the shoulder, goes with everything. It's just fabulous. So that was the first purchase. So you can see from that, still in the frame, you can see from that it is a sort of classic-ish style, a shoulder bag. And it's in black, and yes, it's in the Goyard, Goyardine canvas, so it's got a slight pattern to it, but essentially it's very neutral. It is very neutral. So what else did I buy? Well, the second bag that I bought in Paris was this one. This one. So this is the Picotin. This is the Picotin from Hermes. And I cannot believe myself and Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet went to the flagship store on Saint Honoré, Faubourg Saint Honoré, whatever the flagship store is called in Paris, and it's a whole story. Go and have a look at that video if you haven't seen it, because the story time of this was just, honestly, we had the best day. But anyway, I did manage to come out of Hermes with an Hermes bag without an appointment. Who knew it was even possible? Well, anything is possible, anything. Anyway, this is the Picotin, and it is in the size 22. It's in Clemence leather. Hopefully that is coming up. And it is obviously black with gold hardware. I have used this bag, guys, honestly, I am not kidding. I have used this bag a lot, again, a lot since I got back from Paris. I've tended to sort of switch between the two of these. I've also used my Longchamp bag and whatever, so I have used a few. I've just remembered, I've bought 2 Longchamp bags. Hang fire, hang fire. I am back. I cannot believe that I forgot the Longchamp bags. Anyway, I'll just finish telling you about the Picotin and then we'll go into Longchamp. So this was the second bag that I bought in Paris, and honestly, I just think it's fabulous. I think this size suits me really well. It's a really good top handle bag, crook of the arm. And again, somebody might look at this and think, how could you pay? I think this was this just under 3,000 euros? It worked out, I think, 2,200 or 2,300 pounds once you deducted the refund, the tax refund and conversion and all the rest of it. So in terms of Hermes bags, this isn't an expensive one. And I know over £2,000 is still a lot of money. Completely it is. But this was actually, in the realms of Hermes, not a bad price. But somebody might look at this and think, well, you can get that shape of bag anywhere. Why would you spend that amount of money on an Hermes bag? Well, because I love it. I just love it. And whether I'm a brand snob, I don't know. But this would be my choice over a couple of other more contemporary bags adding up to the same of this. It's just, I just really, really enjoy using it. So that was the second bag that I bought. Okay, I was going to tell you the 4 bags that I bought, the last 4, but I'm actually showing you the last 6 because I cannot believe I forgot these 2 bags, which is just crazy. But it leads into exactly what we were talking about, which is, should I buy more contemporary? Should I buy something brand-led? Something more expensive? Something a little bit more affordable? So the next 2 that I bought this one, which is the... I have no idea what this is called. Is this the pliage? Let me just open this out. This is, I think it's the large size. I think it is. So it's the one that's got the, I love this bag so much. It's got the one that's got the really good shoulder, just hit myself in the face. The really good shoulder straps, and this is in the gorgeous khaki colour. It's coming up a lot brighter on screen, but in real life it's quite a muddy olive green, khaki green, and it's fabulous. As you can see, it folds up. It is great. You shove all your stuff in it. It's relatively waterproof. I don't think it's fully waterproof, but it's like weather resistant, if you like. So I think it's a good rainy day bag. And it's great for the airport for travel. So anyway, I did buy that one, and I bought this one in order to carry these other things home that I bought in Paris. So I can't believe I forgot this one. But anyway, and then I will come back to talk about Longchamp. And when I've shown you this one, this was the other bag that I bought in Longchamp, which is the mini. No, what was this one called? Nick, help! What is this one called? I think this is the extra small energy Le Pliage. I'm sure Nick will let me know if I've got that right or wrong. And again, I went for this khaki colour, and it is a little bit different. It's a little bit different in shade to this one, but I really like this one. I really, really like this one. And again, it is a fabulous crossbody, easy, wonderful bag just for sightseeing, for travel, everything else. So again, this is so handy. So I bought those two on the very last day, and I wasn't going to buy this one. I was just going to buy the tote bag because I needed to carry a lot of my things home, so I needed to buy a bag. And I thought, why not buy Longchamp, because I know the quality is there and I will use it, rather than I don't know, I was just going to buy a tote bag, just, I don't know, in any store, wherever, like a really, really cheap one. But I just thought I will use that. So I did end up buying that. And when I went into store, saw this one, I ended up buying this one as well. But these are very affordable. So I think all in total, these were together under €300. I'm pretty sure they were. So to me, that is a really good affordable in the terms of luxury. In the terms of luxury, that is a really good price for two bags that are stylish, practical, versatile, all of those things. So I'll just tell you about the other bags in a minute, but I just want to just hone in on this for a second, because my point was that I have tended to go towards the higher fashion houses like Hermes, like Chanel, like Louis Vuitton, all of those. So why would I go and buy a Longchamp bag? Well, because I like it. I really like Longchamp. I think the quality of them are amazing, and I also think for the price of them, as I say, two of those bags for about less than £300, I'm sure. Honestly, I just think, what a fabulous brand. Now, I might go to another brand that's deemed a little bit contemporary, and I might not like the things as much, but I just choose what I like. So yes, I must be a bit of a brand snob, because I choose Hermes and I choose Louis Vuitton and I choose Chanel and all the others. But I also can see quality and style wherever. So I think we just choose what we choose. Anyway, then I got back from Paris, and yeah, I was supposed to be, as I say, putting myself on pause for a while because I'd spent a lot in Paris. But yeah, I got an offer from Hermes, from my local store Hermes at home, that I could not and did not turn down, and it was this one. So this is the Constants. This is the Hermes Constants in the size 18, and again, hopefully you can see that. And this comes with, this is in Epsom leather, which I love for the Constants. I think it just suits it so well. And then this is with brushed gold hardware, which is just, for me, it is just the dream. It is the dream. This compared to, let me just grab my Picotin. The price difference between these two is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because this turned out to be, yeah, £2,200, £2,300 after all of the tax refunds and everything else. This one was nearly £7,000. I know, it is absolutely crackers. These are from the same brand. There's probably a little bit more work in actually putting this together, but material wise, there's not more leather in this than there is in this, is there? A little bit more hardware. I don't know. I do not know how these command the price they command. However, the reason that I am okay with paying it is because I do have the comfort that on the resale market, these, you can virtually double your money. Now, you probably won't double your money because you've got reseller fees and all of that. But at the end of the day, yeah, and also the price difference between them, we have to remember that I got one in the UK, so I didn't get the tax refund, I didn't get a conversion from euro and all the rest of it. So there would be a slight difference in the prices I've given if I bought both in the UK. But either way, this is still significantly more. But because of the resale value of this, I am okay with it. I'm okay with it because I like the comfort of knowing I don't want to sell this at all, but I've got the comfort that if I ever did want to or have to sell this, then I hopefully will at least get my money back. Not the case with a lot of the other bags. So anyway, so is there a little bit of a theme running? There is really. Other than the two Longchamp bags, which are sort of khaki green, everything else is black. Anyway, my latest bag that I've just unboxed with you guys, I hope you've seen that video, is this one. So this is the Chanel Trendy in the small size, in the lambskin, which I know I don't like lambskin, and it's in the chevron. And this is a pre-loved bag. I bought this from Global Luxe Closet, and yeah, it's just fabulous. And I've had a few hints from people and tips of how to get rid of some of these little scuff marks that are on this, but I'm not too worried about it. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this one being the latest bag that I have bought is because I bought this pre-loved, and in the end I paid about half retail price for this. And granted, this is a bag that's quite a few years old now, so it's not new in box and all of the rest of it. However, for half of the retail price, I thought this was a really, really good deal, and I was okay at paying that. Would I go into Chanel and buy a brand new Trendy at 6,000 something euros? No, I just can't. I can't get my head around it. I just cannot get my head around it. But yeah, so I think for me, certain things sort of are okay. So it was okay for me to spend more than 6,000 euros equivalent on this, but I wouldn't do for this. But that is how my brain works. That is how my brain works. So at the end of the day, I think I've got the comfort of the resale value of this one. So for some people, they would think spending anything on any of these is ridiculous. For other people, they'd understand why I've made the choices I've made. And I think it's okay. You can disagree with me. You can think, well, it's ridiculous spending that on a Constants. You can think it's ridiculous buying Longchamp. There is a lot of people who may be watching this that would think, if you've got all these amazing brands in your collection, you've got Hermes, you've got Chanel, you've got Louis Vuitton, you've got Goyard, you've got Fendi, DIOR, all of them, and you've got some amazing bags. I've got Birkins, I've got the P9, Trendy, Constants. I'm very, 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 very fortunate. Why would I go and spend a couple of £100 or a little bit less on a Longchamp bag? Surely I would just use one of these amazing bags. But actually, no, I love this. And there are times that I don't want to take such an expensive bag somewhere. It may be weather related, it may be security related, it may be feeling just like a target or something. There are many, many reasons. And actually, I like it. I think it's really stylish. I've used it a lot. I just think it's brilliant. So some people might think, why would you ever do that? Other people might understand it. Some people might think, why would you ever use any of these? I think at the end of the day, it is okay. It is okay to love what you love. You don't really have to justify anything to anybody. So yes, I am on here sort of explaining myself, but actually I don't need to. I love what I love. So they're my last 6 purchases that I've made in the bag collection. And are there going to be more? Well, yes, probably. And I'm going to do a video about this because even in my video where I was unboxing this, instead of just loving this, starting to use it and really just thinking about my gorgeous new purchase, even in that video I was talking about what my next bag might be. Or my next 2 bags. So you can tell from that I am already thinking ahead. So I'm going to do a video about that. Why do I always think what's next? Why can't I just be satisfied? Why can't I just enjoy? That's for another video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another one.